Hello, all of you wonderful creative people here on YouTube. My name is Rio, and I welcome you to my artsy corner. As promised, I'm going to continue my short comeback to this channel with yet another haul video. So, before we start, let me make a bit of a disclaimer. During the time that I've been absent, well, sort of, which means throughout the last year pretty much, well, since last June, July, I have decluttered quite a bit. I've sold some of my art supplies. Also, I have sold or gave away more than 30 coloring books from my collection. So sometime soon I'm gonna have to do an update to that too. Even though to begin with I've never actually completed my coloring book collection series overall. So yeah, it's something I'm gonna have to do sooner rather than later, and I want to do, and as I go through my coloring books I'm gonna try to destash even more. So yeah, in the company of this beautiful, gorgeous, lovely smelling candle that my friend made for me, let's start with today's haul, shall we? I'm going to start with this little pile here, which is sketchbooks. In no way, shape or form do I need this many. However, since I'm getting back into drawing, I'm gonna try to sketch more. Okay, I'm going to start with this beautiful journal here. It's 100% cotton sketchbook. Looks kind of handmade. Has this very thick, rough textured paper. It really feels like cotton. And it has these deckled edges. These ripped, torn, like vintage looking pages. Yeah, and you can also do a back side and front side of the cover as well. So I'm gonna have to think about something special to do with this book. Actually, when I bought it, I thought it's gonna be a bit bigger, but oh well. Next thing we have here are these two blocks of paper here. These are by Baohong, and this is hot pressed and this is cold pressed, so yeah, I still haven't opened them. It's a block. It's glued in all four sides, and all you have to do is take off this upper layer and you can start sketching. Oh, there we go. It is rather smooth. There is a reason why I bought the hot pressed paper. I'm gonna tell you the reason why a bit later. This one is a cold pressed pad with a bit of texture. Yeah. I love the idea of these because, well, when you draw in these blocks you really don't have to worry about stretching your paper so that it wouldn't warp as much when you use water mediums. Here I have a Potentate sketchbook, also supposedly 100% cotton. A tiny little square sketchbook. There you go. It's supposed to be, yeah, hot press. Yeah. Alrighty. And we have this one here. And next we have these two interesting sketchbooks, and these are by also Potentate. This one at least. Really beautiful paper. As I mentioned in my vlog previously, I rekindled my love for watercolor. So I hope to do more of it anytime soon. and also delve into other water-based mediums as well. Okay, what are you? Very interesting looking sketchbook, also called pressed paper. These are supposed to be 100% cotton, by the way. I really don't remember what brand these are, but the paper feels lovely. Okay, let's get to some serious business now. Anyone who does any kind of form of watercoloring and whatnot praises this paper. It's 100% cotton paper that costs an arm and a leg. But yeah, since I am a curious bun, of course I want to try it out. I want to understand why people sing praises to these pads. Oh, I got this small one. It was decently priced. Then we have this Fabriano paper pad. Here are the credentials. I don't think it is cotton. 25% cotton. That should be better than cellulose, that's for sure. Well, the sketchbook I've been working in is wood pulp, so I want to see the difference. And last but not least, I have these two visual journals. I've been dying to try these ones out for a while. So it's mixed media pad. There you go, the credentials. Yep. It is a little thinner paper, but it's supposed to be 100% cotton. And people really seem to praise this one as well. Well, also there's this watercolor pad as well. So I wanted to see the difference. Boy, oh boy. It just feels a bit rougher, that's for sure. No. So that is that. Well now, all I'm missing are the ideas for drawing. Speaking about water-based mediums. Okay, since I dipped my toe into watercoloring lately, I thought, why don't I go further and play a little with gouache. Believe it or not, I used to paint with gouache a lot when I was a kid. And I loved it. I remember my dad bought me a set of 16 colors, I believe, which came in these tiny little plastic tubs. I used it up completely. All of it. I used to paint every day, and I really miss that feeling. Like I said, I need to pull myself together and get my imagination back in order. Anyway, this is a set of Hebe gel gouache. But what I love about this set, it contains 36 colors in one. It comes with a plastic mixing palette. Very nice. It comes with a sort of a swatch, although in the future I will do my own. And it comes with a set of brushes, which is also nice. And there you have it. So, usually this is the size of one little plastic tab of paint that they have in these sets. But what's nice about this set, it actually comes in two colors. There you go. So you get half the amount of paint, but twice as many colors. And to me, as someone who just wants to play around, that is more than enough. Of course, we have the double portion of white. So yeah, I will play around with these. I will make a swatch sometime later. And yeah, I hear people having concerns about these drying out with time passing. But I also heard other people come up with a solution for that. Therefore, I got myself a bottle of this. It's a blending medium by Winsor & Newton. So I hear people spray their gouache with this medium, and it keeps it from drying out. So we're going to test out this theory as we go. Next thing we're going to look at is this traveling kit by Winsor & Newton. It contains their cotton colors. But the weird thing is that when I saw the reviews of this tiny palette on other channels, I've noticed that the colors I got in this set are a bit different than usual. So anyway, it comes with this water bottle that you can take out and fill for your travels, and you can also use it as a mixing palette apparently. It comes with this teensy weensy traveling brush. There you go. So tiny. Yeah, I need to get used to filming again. Okay, that, and then it folds out like this. And it also has a little sponge to wipe off your brush. And here are the colors that it came with. So yeah, usually it comes with sort of a kind of shade of phthalo green or emerald green instead of this white one here. But yeah, these are the colors that I got. Alright, next thing we're going to look at is this set by White Nights. There you go. And these are some of their new shimmering colors. Came in this set of 6 shimmering colors. Let's see if you can see the shimmer in front of the light. There you go. See? Has this iridescent glitter in it. Also it comes with white and black. I don't know how I feel about that, but these are really pigmented and nice. As you can tell from the swatch. Yeah, they do shimmer. And the black and the white is really opaque. I also did some swatches on the black paper, so you could see the glitter more. There you go. A very interesting looking set. Of course, I could not resist these. I got both sets. They really looked amazing. I don't know how I feel about this edition of Empty Pan in the set, to be honest. It feels like these are going to be really nice for backgrounds and coloring books. Oh, there again. I have my Cotman swatches here as well. You can see the white is so-so, I suppose. Yeah. And these are the Gensai Tabi. These are the Aurora colors and these are the Cosmic ones. Even on this paper, they separate pretty nicely, even though it's rather smooth. More watercolors. I was really going back and forth about getting these, but yeah, eventually I gave up and bought myself a set. These are the Rosa Gallery paints. And initially they came in a set of 28. Ignore the bottom line. More about it later. So this is a Ukrainian brand of watercolors. This is one of their basic sets, which I was going for. But as you can tell, I have more pens in it. Well, these quarter pans of their granulating colors I got from AliExpress as a sample set. So here are the swatches at the bottom. Oh, also it comes in gold and silver as well. Really nice colors. Very pigmented, very bright. I can't wait to start painting with them. Speaking of gouache, yeah, I went on and splurged a couple of months ago, as I bought this set of acrylic gouache by Holbein. Again, I still need to swatch it. I got the basic colors just to try it out. I want to see the difference between the gouache and the acrylic gouache. I also found this teensy weensy little box of paint on Temu that contains 6 beautiful iridescent colors. Oh, there you go. And there they are. These are like the chameleon colors. They change their shimmer depending on the angle that the light falls on them. They are quite muted actually in compared to the Uilu ones I got a while ago, but I like it. Watercolor crayons. Yeah. Speaking of distress crayons, I chose this one muted set to try them out. They are regular gel crayons. They twist out like that. There you go. There's quite a lot of the crayon inside. It's going to last a while. There you go. These are the colors. Very muted and pastel-y looking. Lovely colors. Speaking of distress, I got myself quite a bunch of distress oxide colors as well for the sake of journaling. And these look absolutely lovely on my pages. Again, I only picked out the colors I was mostly interested in. I really love the way they activate with water, and they look absolutely gorgeous on the backgrounds. Okay, and last but not least, speaking of watercolor mediums, I have these 2 sets of watercolor pastels. A lot of people seem to compare these with Neocolor 2s by Caran d'Ache, and I've yet to see that for myself. I really love the boxes, not gonna lie. Would be wise to repurpose them actually. For some reason this watch came a little dented. I don't know what happened there, but I'm really not sure about this paper though. It's a bit too smooth for a water medium, to be honest. We have this sort of a palette here as well. It has this rough section here. Well, you can rub the crayon onto this rough surface, then pick it up with a brush. You know, kind of like you do with this famous Caran d'Ache like palette. And these are the spaces for mixing. Okay. It also comes with a water brush and a sharpener, which is actually nice. So these are the colors that come in the first set. They're a bit more muted, which I absolutely love. I'm a sucker for muted colors. And then we have this. These are by iCrayon, by the way. And we have this set, which is more of a regular colors. Again, it comes with a palette, a brush, a sharpener, and these are the colors inside. And there you have it. So I'm gonna have a lot of testing to do, a lot of things to play around with. Lots of ideas for the upcoming videos. Oh, and I'm not done talking about paint actually. So a while ago I got these oil paints from my friend. I'm not sure what kind of brand they are actually. But yeah, his co-worker gave these to him, hoping that he'll have some kind of use for these paints in his cosplay projects, but that's highly unlikely since he had absolutely no idea how these work. Neither do I, to be honest, but I'm curious to try it out. Therefore, I got myself some paintbrushes, first and foremost, that I could try and ruin while using oil paints. Oh, it also comes with a palette knife. I can try and draw some pretty little mountains, but all the irony aside, I'm really curious to try this out. Speaking of brushes, I got this set as well. I don't know which one's going to work better, but anyway, they are cheap. I'm not afraid to ruin those. Of course, when you paint with oil paints, you need a way to clean your brushes. So I got this brush cleaner to clean the oil paint from the brushes. Here we have, I got myself some canvases to experiment on. So these are the different sized square canvases, and they also come in more of a portrait shape as well. I paid like €8 for all of these. I mean, I don't need anything expensive to learn on, right? So there you go. Let's move on to the markers and gel pens, I believe. On my last haul, I showed you my set of 100 super tip markers by Crayola. And of course, they came out with a pastel set. Some of the colors from this set actually can be found in that 100 set that I have, but most of them aren't. Here they are. Very lovely colors, you can tell. And I've been using these quite a lot, the Crayola super tips, I mean, in my mandalas and pattern pages. I also have this Touch Cool set of 30 alcohol markers. They're skin toned. And they have a chisel nib and a brush nib. And I already used some of them on my animal mosaic pages. So far so good, they have not yellowed, and I hope that they won't, because some of my last Touch Cools actually played a nasty trick on me by ruining my pages. I think if you are in any shape or form familiar with current trends, you know that coloring, especially coloring, and art community are now absolutely crazy about Langwo and their products. I am no exception. As you know, I bought a lot of their gel pens in the past, and of course, they keep coming out with more different sets as they go. So these are the last 5 sets that they have released. And with these sets all together, we now have a full set. They all live in this humongous pencil case here, which I have gone through and actually sorted them out by sets, so that I would know which of the pens I'm finishing off. But I would know where to find the duplicates that I have. Yeah, duplicates. Speaking of which, I have a backup set of all of these colors. And including these ones as well. Pay no mind to these. These are their Huffy 3D pens, and these are their glitter gel pens actually. Yeah, I got those too. Not all of them, but almost all of them, as you can tell. And also their calligraphy pens here as well. Right now I'm waiting for their pencil case to arrive so that I could move these to their separate case and move these in with the rest of their fellas. So these are the rest of the calligraphy pens that I have, the white, the gold and the black, and more of their glitters. Yeah, and also the last remaining 8 sets of the glitters. Yeah, these are gonna move out to their own separate pencil case once it's here. So I want to get these pens in order, for God's sakes. So, what I did just recently, a couple of days ago, I sat down and swatched them out properly. And there you have it. All of the colors of the regular Olango gel pens, sorted by sets. I'm not really sure if there's any more colors that I could possibly add. Honestly, yeah, speaking of Langlois, these are some pretty weird ones, to be honest, and I've heard a lot of people complaining about how uncomfortable they are to use. Oh, these essentially are acrylic color pink pens, well, gel pens. They really feel like acrylic marker in a pen form, you see. So the trick behind these is that you actually need to use some pressure when you color with this pen, otherwise it won't release the ink. Let me show you. See? When I color on paper, just like that, see, no ink is coming off. But as soon as I applied a bit of pressure, there you go. Some people were actually complaining about it. So to fix that error, they released a new line of pens, which essentially are the same as these, but you don't need to apply pressure for them to release the ink. And of course, me being me, I got them, but they're still on the way. They should arrive anytime soon. Once they do, I will show you. So yeah, I swatched all of them out. I made these color swatch palettes by using these watercolor bookmarks. But it's the watercolor paper that comes in the shape of a bookmark. Well, I'd say it's more like a mixed media paper, if anything. But it feels really nice. It has this slightly toothy texture. And I use this stencil to draw out the little squares on the edges. Okay, and last but not least, by Langlois, we have this huge box of their acrylic brush markers. Again, just like their regular pens, these come in different sets of colors. Here you can see my swatches that I made. There you go. Yeah, I have one spare. because I'm waiting for 5 more sets to arrive. And I made these so that I could add or take any of these off as I go. Okay, and last but not least, pencils. Of course, could it be any other way? So I'm going to start with this little bottle here, which is a solvent, a pencil blender thingy in a bob. Also, I still have this idea about comparing different brands of pencil blenders, blending pencils and whatnot on my channel. Okay, first thing I need to show you is this beautiful pencil roll that contains my Castle Art Harmonious pencils. I simply could not resist the colors. They're pastel, they're muted, they look absolutely gorgeous. I moved them from their tin because I really don't like digging about in all the different trays to pick out my colors. Look at these colors. Aren't they beautiful? And for my last entry for today, drum roll please. Do I need to say anything more? Oh my gosh, the time I've spent debating whether I actually need those or not. You would not believe me if I told you. Oh! It came with a pad of paper. Lots of paper. It's called light fast paper. Apparently colors do not fade on it or whatnot. Very beautiful bookmarks on this one. I'm not gonna lie. Okay, let me show you the swatches. Well, basically, I got this set in case I would want to make some serious art in the future. So here's the first part of the swatches. Oh my god, I love the colors. And they really complement the Caran d'Ache set of luminance. A bunch. And there you go. This is my most precious purchase throughout the whole year that I've been absent from coloring or doing art altogether. I need to find a place for them to live and think of a way to somehow repurpose this gorgeous tin. And of course, it wouldn't be a coloring hole without coloring books, right? And throughout this last year, I've only bought 8 coloring books, considering the fact that I actually sold more than 30 of them and about to declutter even more. Let's go through them, shall we? First, we have Color for Calm. Tiny little pocketbook by Mindful Coloring Books. I have one of those, the pink yellowish one that I've showed you last time. This is like their second part, so to speak. I really enjoyed working in the first one. Hopefully I will enjoy working in this one as well. Well, not hopefully, I know that for sure. The next one I'm going to show you is by Creative Haven. Remember that Sunrise and Sunset book that I showed you last time? And I mentioned that there are 2 more books by the same author. I got one of them, the Harmony one. I like how funky these patterns look. Well, it's actually a pattern book, a bit abstract. can think of a lot of funky ways to color these, to add some glitter and sparkle and shading and whatnot. I mean, look, isn't this gorgeous? Then we have the Stained Glass Animals by Adam Davis. Remember that stand with markers that now stands on my desk? Yeah, so these are the books I'm going to use them in mostly until I finish them off. And I love stained glass designs. That's why I like the Animal Mosaics book by Creative Haven this much. Beautiful. Horsey. There you go. Oh, and they also have answers in the back, which is unusual. Yeah, it should come out lovely. Then we have the Stained Glass Flowers by Seng Ong. And Seng Ong books are pretty popular right now. I got these because of the same reason. They'll help me finish off my markers that I want to get rid of. Beautiful. Lovely flowers. Amazon paper. Nothing all too special. And last but not least, Animals, the Mosaic by Number for adults. And this one is by... Anyway, this one. There you go. I like the fact that they have colored the black parts in it already. So it adds to the look of the overall completed page. Lovely. Okay, now we're moving on to more serious stuff. I got two more books by Hachette. The Myths of the World. Of course, me being the mythology nerd that I am. And this book is not so terribly detailed, actually. And it's doable. I'm still gonna have to use a magnifying glass. However, let's take a look at the answers. Yeah. So here we have a mixture of Greek myths, the Egyptian ones as well. Some from England, Celtic myths, also Scandinavian, I believe, Japanese, and there are even some biblical pages here as well, although I don't know if I'd consider that myth, but anyway, yeah, that's what the doctor ordered. And next one is the Grand Classiques of Literature, or however, again, very doable. Not so terribly detailed. There you go. Perfect for gel pens and those acrylic pens that I showed you. So here are the answers. I am proud to say that most of these motifs I actually recognize. Yeah, I am reading books. There you go. The theme of this book really caught my eye. Cool. I even have some graphic novels in here as well. Cool. There you go. Okay, and the last thing I'm going to show you For now, of course, I got the Christmas book by Hannah Karlsson, and I have decided that I'm going to collect this series in Swedish edition. I want to see for myself if what people say is true, that the Swedish editions of her books have way better paper. So getting this book was actually quite a painful process. It was sold out everywhere. Of course I could patiently wait for the English edition to come out, but hence for the previously mentioned reasons I haven't. So I know that her Halloween book is coming real soon, and I have my eyes on it also. I planned to color in this book for Christmas in July, but July for me was pretty busy. Believe it or not, I did not find time to color in this book, sadly. I really like the way the paper feels. I'm gonna have to color in it first to make sure that it's actually better than the English edition one. Ah yeah, this is the page I wanted to do for Christmas in July. Also, as a part of my personal challenge. More of that in my later videos as well. So yeah, this is it. Thank you so much for watching. It's been quite a long while since I've done any of these. It's been quite a while since I filmed overall. And probably you can tell that sometimes my English refuses to English. Anywho, thank you so much for watching. Thank you so much once again for sticking with my channel, even though I have been absent for a while. I'll try to rectify that. Welcome to my new subscribers, if there are any. I think there are. I hope you will like it in here, and you're here to stay. So until I see you in one of my next videos, I hope you'll stay creative, you'll stay artsy, and have fun in every single step you take. Till next time then, all of you, thank you, and ada.